We are now finally seeing that revenge consumption come into play. And if you like China, what are you looking at? Or H shares, or what part of that market do you like?
Yeah, we actually like both A and H. I think for now, especially we've been seeing a lot of investors, they are still cautious. But I think this is actually good to know that people are still cautious and then we jump into markets before everybody go in. So I think for now, the Chinese market is still far from crowded. So, and also with more evidence of the better than expected economic data, I think, especially in coming months, we do see China is actually gaining more momentum to recover, and also in terms of valuations, yes, we've been seeing it's not the really extremely low level, but still, I mean, especially compared to the U.S. market, Chinese equity valuations still really reasonable, and I think overall for the Chinese markets, we think for now, especially when we look at a lot of foreign investors, like the global fund managers, they're still underway. So that means there's still a lot of room for them to increase exposure in China. And also for A shares, the domestic investors, as we all know, for the A share markets, it's tend to be driven by retail investors. But for now, retail investors, they're still pretty cautious. And so I think we need to move before the retail investors.
So even without major stimulus coming from Beijing, given, of course, the growth numbers that we've seen so far, you think that there is substantial potential for upside in the Chinese markets?
Yes, we do think so. First of all, as we mentioned, the valuations remain very attractive, and for now, it's still we could say that it's still under-owned, and also I think when people still be cautious, and we should be doing something contrarian, be more brave to jump into the market, especially in terms of fundamentals. China's fundamentals have been improving, and we do look at the earnings as well. The earnings, obviously, we're coming to the earnings season very soon, and we do expect good earnings in coming weeks. Yeah.
Outside of China, you're mostly bullish when it comes to non-US, right? Japan is a market that you're interested in right now?
Yes, we are also positive on Japan. I think especially on the banking sector, as we all know, the Japan actually has been in the negative interest rate environments for years, and then we're not saying that they are going to raise interest rate anytime soon. But I mean, in terms of the direction, with now they have the inflation, I think they're moving towards more tightening. At least they may do something with the yield curve control. So I think for especially for banks, we've been seeing yields going up, and this is actually a very good environment for Japanese banks.